Rafa, Raphael, Rafa, Raphael, Rafa, Raphael, Raphael Benitez, Rafa, Raphael, Rafa, Raphael, Rafa, Raphael, Raphael Benitez. Whoop, whoop, whoop! Newcastle beat Manchester City by 2-1. Get the fucking carver out. Get the name on the trophy. The Reds are in pole position. This is the Anfield agenda. This is the late night agenda. Welcome, motherfuckers. Welcome. Woo! How are we? How the hell are we? Yes! Gets in. Raphael Benitez, ladies and gentlemen. Whoop, whoop! Apologies for all the screaming, the hooping and the hollering, but the Reds, my friends, the Reds. The Reds are... Fuck, is there any news on Rabiot? Would you stop? That's way down the agenda. Is there any news on Rabiot? Rafa's after pulling off a masterclass. Pep's gone home whinging. And you want to know, is there any news on Rabiot? Whoop, whoop! How are we? Crack open the diet chav. It's already here, my friend. It's already here. City, you absolute bunch of bus wankers. Newcastle! Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. Boom! Couldn't stop watching Scouse Egghead suck my balls, my friend. Suck these big Irish balls. Whoop, whoop! Scouse Egghead, all you want. We're winning the league, you absolute clown. Gets in. Whoop, whoop! That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop! I don't even know what to say. I have agendas. I have stuff coming at my arse. I don't even know what to talk about. Oh, you absolute beauty. We talked about Matt Ritchie yesterday. We talked about somebody mentioned him to come to Liverpool, and I said, nah, he's not good enough. Do you know what? I love him now. I absolutely love him now. Ederson tried his best to cheat his way. He tried his best to delay it by pretending he was injured. He tried his fucking best. But Matt Ritchie stepped up and done the job. Wow. Absolutely wow. And that's all Manchester City fucking deserved, to be fair. That's all they deserved. How am I supposed to put a child to sleep when you're shouting, sorry wifey, sorry, but you know what? Kids come along every few years. Liverpool haven't won the fucking Premier League the league in 29 years now. Oh, I fucking knew Newcastle would win, said Furno. Look, I haven't even said hello to everybody. Keane, David, McSwiggs, Lewis, Phantom, Scotty, Dirty Girl, Brian, Furno, Tom, Anthony, Will, how are we, Evan, everybody. Oh, wow. That's the strangest start to a stream I think I've ever done on this channel. The strangest start yet. Oh, at least everybody else can turn down your volume, said Sabrina. Do you know what? You married it, love. Sorry, there's no turning down this volume. You should know by now. When I'm happy, everyone's got to be happy. Oh, what's up, my man, said everybody. What's up, Owen? How are we? Come on, the Reds. We'll settle down in a few minutes, guys, and we'll get stuck into the stream. We'll talk about transfers. We'll talk about Klopp's team selection tomorrow. We'll talk about predictions. We'll welcome anybody from Leicester City that's coming into the chat as well. Any Manchester United fans as well out there, you guys must be fairly happy with how that ended up tonight. Arsenal fans must be over the moon as well. Manchester City fans, how is it over in Dubai at this moment in time in Abu Dhabi? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? I can always see them online now ordering their fucking Liverpool shirts for next year. I can see you. I can see you on then. Oh no, I always love Salah. Mo Salah forever. Yes! Let's not get carried away. Let's get carried away. Do you know what? Look, didn't mean probably you're right. It doesn't mean Liverpool are winning the league. I was completely over the top when I came in. But you know what it does mean? It means we've got a fucking cushion. It means if we go out there tomorrow night and we beat Leicester City, then we've got a 7-point gap. Love it. Absolutely love it. I've ordered the red hair dye. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Is it true that Liverpool might buy Timo Werner for 61 million? We'll get to that as well. The 61 million, just to get out there nice and quick, the 61 million would be the buyout fee if he signed a new contract with RB Leipzig, which is what they want him to do. I think they could probably get him out in the summer if Werner doesn't stupidly sign that new deal. Let's get carried away, enjoy it. We must, exactly, that's what it's all about. You've got to enjoy these moments when they come out. Fuck City checkbook warriors. Love it, Stephen. Love it. You be over the top, mate. It's your channel. Thank you, Graham. Thank you, mate. Love it. You know what? You've got to be excited in days like these, don't you? We had it all when we went to Manchester City, and fair play to them. They beat us 2-1. I was the first one on here to say no hard feelings by me. They won it. Fair fuck to them. Tonight they gave us an opportunity. Everybody was going to call us bottlers. Everybody was saying Liverpool were going to bottle it. Manchester City are this unbelievable, unplayable, unbeatable force. Well, they went to Newcastle, they scored after 24 seconds, and then they got cocky, and they got caught out, and they got beaten. It just goes to show you in the Premier League, any game is losable. And I'm going to show Leicester respect tomorrow. Of course I am. I feel that we're going to win this. You can see my prediction, I've gone for 2-0. But of course, they're Premier League champions a few years back. You've got to show them respect. But you know what? I can see my friend Boy in there as well already. I was worse than this when we were top. I get you, mate. You've got to enjoy these moments, don't you? And you know, you guys have won the league. You've got to enjoy these, every single one of these moments. It's great being at the end of this, and it's great us celebrating if we win the league. But I told you all along, the journey is every bit as enjoyable and as important as the end result. And tonight was one of the good nights. And I completely didn't expect this. Absolutely expected nothing. Sean Lund said, whoop whoop. Thank you very much for the super chat, Sean. Whoop whoop indeed. I don't know what else to say. Inside, I promise you, my heart's going ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. I have a heart. I promise. I do have one in here somewhere. I've got Matip out injured. Not that I'm aware of, Anthony. No. Not that I'm aware of. We'll go through all that stuff. We'll go through Jurgen Klopp's team selection. We'll go through all of that in a few minutes. Let's just have a bit of fun. Let's just enjoy a few minutes of gloating, because we deserve it. We've earned these few minutes of gloating. I'm fuming. Draw home, Arsenal win. They bottle it. You'll never get a better chance. 7 points clear if you win tomorrow, said our friend MUFC Gamer. Mate, look, yeah, it's a big opportunity for us tomorrow. But you know what? I hate giving United credit. I do. I hate it. But they showed bottle tonight. They came back from 2-0 down. They shouldn't have probably been 2-0 down, but you know what? Credit where it's due. I'm not just a hater that comes on talking shit for the sake of it. I don't want United to win jack shit. But they've done well, and I've got to give them credit for that. Other words, what's the point of me being on here? I'd just be like every other sensationalist arsehole. Trent is confirmed not to be playing tomorrow. Yes, Jersey boy, that is correct. Trent Alexander-Arnold, it's come too early for him. He hasn't quite made it. And again, I'll go through all the illnesses. I'll go through who's available, who isn't available. We'll talk about Klopp's press conference. We'll have a look about loans as well, and a few other bits and pieces in the transfer market. We'll go through team selections, predictions, all of that stuff. This will be a full Leicester City preview, I promise you. But I wasn't expecting what happened tonight to happen. I had my notes all done out. I was ready to go, nice and professional. And then that happened. And then I just thought to myself, Rafael Benitez, you absolute beautiful man. Give him a winner's medal when we get there, said Jose. Absolutely, mate. Rafa, I love him. I love him. I had the privilege of meeting him once. I absolutely love the guy. I love him so much. Not just because of tonight. Obviously, I love Rafa because of Istanbul. I love Rafa because of how much he loves the city and how good he's been to our city. But yeah. Is Van Dijk playing? Right, you know what? Let's get into this. We'll go back to gloating again in a few minutes. But some people are trying to ask some serious questions, and I want to make sure that you guys are looked after as well. Firstly, welcome everybody to the stream tonight. Thank you for joining me. It's a great night if you're a Liverpool fan. If you're a Manchester City fan, haha. I wanted to go full on Nelson there from The Simpsons, but I couldn't quite give it the ha or whatever way he does it. Anyway, welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, guys, if you're new to the channel, and don't forget to drop a like on the stream. Right, so let's talk about Jurgen Klopp. He gave a bit of an injury update for the Reds ahead of this game. He confirmed that Virgil van Dijk has resumed training, and Jorginho Wijnaldum is also back training. So Van Dijk, Gini, both available for tomorrow. Be still my beating heart. I tell you what, when we heard Van Dijk might not make it, let's be honest, a few of us had a little bit of a little issue in our trousers, but not in a good way. But look, he's ready. Van Dijk looks like he'll be in the team, or he will be there. Sorry, Wijnaldum will be there. Fabinho also took part in training. He was he? No, he wasn't injured. He had an illness as well, didn't he? He took part in training, so he looks like he's going to be available. We spoke a few minutes ago. Trent Alexander-Arnold won't be available. This has come a little bit too early for him. Klopp said Virgil was a little bit ill, but he trained yesterday and he'll train again today, so we'll see. Dejan Lovren is fine. Gini trained and Fabinho will train today. Trent is getting closer and closer. It all looks very positive, but he won't be ready for tomorrow. I don't think that's come as much of a shock to us. Most of us just hoped beyond hope that Van Dijk would be available, that Fabinho would be available, and having Gini available as well is a massive plus, particularly because we know Jimmy Milner picked up that red card which sees him suspended for this game. So guys, let me know your thoughts. You can see my team. I've put it up there for you. My 11. I've gone with Alisson in goal, Fabinho at right back, Matip and Van Dijk, and then Robbo at left back. Midfield duo of Hendo and Gini. I've gone for Keita just a little bit ahead of them, and Mane, Firmino and Salah. Now I've heard a few whispers that maybe Liverpool are going to look at this and try and play wing backs tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe that was Klopp dropping something out there in the media, trying to I don't know, go full on Pep Guardiola and try and be a bit coy and stuff. But I think we're going to see a back four tomorrow. I think we're going to see two, I won't say holding midfielders. One will hold, one will push on. And it could be Keita, it could be Shaqiri. I don't know. I've gone with Keita because I think Shaqiri's better as an impact player. And the front three never change. We know that. The front three are the front three when they're available. Thoughts, guys? I've also gone for a 2-0 win tomorrow. And that's not being disrespectful to Leicester. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm going to go for Liverpool to win. Disrespectful, I feel, would have been some of the scores that I've seen people talking about, like 4-0, 5-0. That's very unrealistic. If Leicester City show up tomorrow and Leicester City play like they can play, we're in for a tough game. Make no bones about it. We're going to be in for a tough game. Leicester City have been a little bit Jekyll and Hyde this season. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. Their manager's been giving it the big one in a respectful way, I have to say, and I'll get to his comments a little bit later on. Good evening, Red, said Crosby Red. Manchester, the city of points dropping. Oh, you dirty lady. I'd go same as you, Craig, but Shaqiri instead of Keita and Brian. I could understand that. I mean, it's a flip of a coin for me. Neither of them at this moment in time, I think, are pulling up any trees, but I'd just like to see Keita get more minutes. Our friend Boya said that they'll most likely play a 4-3-3 with three central defensive midfielders, which is that Dara O'Brien? It is, Rick. How are you? Kunatatu. Sorry, comments moving quickly tonight. I'm trying to keep up. Could Gini play at right back? Be a pretty unusual move, Declan, to play him at right back. You've got Camacho, he could play at right back. You've got Fabinho, he could play at right back. Obviously, I'd prefer Fabinho playing in that defensive midfielder role, but you know, needs must. He's played right back. He played there for Monaco. He played there at Real Madrid, I believe, earlier on in his career. It's a position he knows very well. He can play anywhere defensively in the team at all. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me to see Camacho. It wouldn't surprise me at all. You never know. The back four is nailed on to start, I reckon, said Brian Morrissey. 1-0 for me, a 76-minute goal, said our own Andy Robertson. Defo agree, Shaqiri off the bench to change if things needed, said Maverick. 4-0 tomorrow. Where's that gentleman's comment gone? Excuse me, I want to give you a shout out to make sure your name. Yep, Liam Kelt said 4-0 tomorrow. Jeff Task said I'll take a 1-0, mate. So would I happily take a 1-0. A friend Origi said 3-0 or 3-2, excuse me, 3-2 to the Reds tomorrow. Guys, look, if there is any Leicester City fans watching apart from our good friend Boya, welcome to the channel. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the game tomorrow. Of course, any Manchester United fans watching as well. If you're not on the United stand now, if you popped over for a few minutes to say hello, let us know your thoughts on your game tonight. Manchester City fans, fuck y'all. Whoop, whoop. That's all I can say to those guys, and Arsenal fans as well. You might as well be watching here. It's better to watch here than AF, whatever the fuck it's called this week. We're not allowed to call it Arsenal, double initials, all that drama nonsense. Welcome. Anyone who's watching, welcome. I'm a little bit hyper. Bear with me. I'll calm down. Breathe. Nah, fuck it. Whoop, whoop. This is gonna. I'm gonna look back at this and go, what the fuck were you doing, you absolute bald twat? 4-2-3-1, Pedro said. I don't know about the 4-2-3-1, Pedro. I talked about that the other night, and it sounds good in theory, but what I often find when we play the 4-2-3-1 is we see Salah isolated, and if they drop deep, we see Salah then with no space to operate, us pinging long diagonal balls to him, us obviously not winning the first ball because he's up against Maguire and other tall defenders, the second ball dropping and us not having enough support there, and us getting frustrated. So I don't particularly like the 4-2-3-1 myself, unless it's an open game. And I don't know how Leicester are going to come and play tomorrow, so maybe, obviously, the gaffer is going to have looked at this and he'll know what to do, but I just don't like the 4-2-3-1 personally. They need to play Keita as a central attacking midfielder. Okay. But I think Shaqiri would be more influential, set piece and free kicks. I don't know what to say about Shaqiri. As much as I like the guy and I respect the guy, and he's been very good since he's been here, I haven't been that blown away when he started games. I think all the impacts he's had that I can remember have been from the bench. Fabinho much more effective as a central defensive midfielder. It's essential he's there. Well, he won't be, unfortunately, Declan. All odds are that he plays at right back tomorrow. I wouldn't mind him. I said I wouldn't mind Camacho playing there at all. I fully trust the guy. It just seems like the common sense thing to do is to play Fabinho there. If tonight's results prove anything, is that you can't take anything for granted, said David Bean. No, you can't. This is the Premier League. We say this every single week. You just don't know what's going to happen. It's, in my view, this is probably the most competitive league in the world. You can get a shock result in any league, but it's odd. It's odd. I'll tell you what, I've got to admit to something. After Manchester City went 1-0 up today, I pulled back the Iron Curtain and I had a little look on Twitter, and I haven't been on there in ages. I didn't comment. I just went on to have a look. First comment I seen was from a wonderful lady, I'm sure you know her, called Nina Kauser, and she said, expecting to watch the game tonight, but after 30 seconds I already feel like turning it off. And then other people along similar ways of thinking, and I felt that way. I absolutely felt that way as well. When I seen that Manchester City were 1-0 up, I thought, well, here we fucking go. Do you know what? It worked against them. It totally worked against them. I don't know if it was arrogance, I don't know what it was, but Newcastle showed qualities. Fernandinho absolutely made a bollocks of that ball in the box to give away a penalty, and it was a penalty, no arguments. De Bruyne could have been sent off, but we can say that Ayoze Perez for Newcastle could have been sent off a minute later, so fairness there as well. You just gotta love this league. You've got to love it. I said all week, if we open this gap to 7 points, because we still have to play a game tomorrow, if we open this gap to 7 points, Liverpool are winning this league. Liverpool are winning the Premier League if we open it to 7 points. That's my view. Of course, my view means SFA. I'd love to know your thoughts. I'd love to know how you're feeling after that result tonight. I'd love to know your thoughts on my team selection for tomorrow. Of course, I want your team selection, your predictions, how you're feeling right now. It's a wonderful, wonderful night. Manura being 2 down and equalising at the death, said Anthony. Mate, do you know what? Without being disrespectful, Anthony, mate, because I don't mean this to be at all, I couldn't give a fuck what United did tonight, mate. For me, it was all about what happened with Newcastle and Manchester City. I don't begrudge United fans or celebrations or whatever the hell they're doing, but for me, right now, pal, I'm on cloud 9 because of Newcastle, and I love them. I'll forever love them. I've spoke all season about having a soft spot for them and how I feel that they're probably... They certainly deserve more from their ownership. They've got a fantastic manager there. They have a great fan base. Yes, just get in. What can you say? Just get in. Boya said, when Manchester City went 1-0 up against us, they slowed down as well. Seems City are getting desperate, said Poochmount. It's just, we're being called bottlers, which is fucking hilarious. Because Manchester City won the league last year at a canter, playing spectacular football, and they were by far and away the best team. But they weren't tested. They just weren't tested. This year they were tested, and I told you all season, time and time again, and nobody would listen to me, Pep Guardiola teams start fast. Pep Guardiola teams come out of the blocks at the start of the season and rack up a shit ton of points. After Christmas or around Christmas onwards, they start to stutter and slow down a bit. I always put this down to the fact that, and I'm not just talking about Manchester City here, I'm talking about all Pep Guardiola teams. I put this down to the fact that you had the Champions League come back in February and stuff like that, and maybe in Germany, and do Germany have a break at Christmas? I think they have a break at Christmas if memory serves correct. That maybe that had something to do with it. But they usually have the league sewn up by Christmas. And you guys have probably heard the stat as well that Pep Guardiola has never won a league title as a manager when he's been behind it Christmas time. Is that going to change this year? I don't think so, because I think we're going to win it, as I've said all along. What's this done tonight again to us, guys? It's given us a bit of breathing space. Look at the fixtures that are ahead. Manchester City have to play Chelsea. Manchester City have to play Manchester United soon enough. Manchester City have to play... Who else? Is it Arsenal that they're playing at home? I can't even remember. But yeah, is it Arsenal or is it Spurs? It's one or the other. They've got some difficult games coming up. Yes, they're at the Etihad, but they're still difficult games. Josh Byrne is feeling $1 million. I don't blame you, mate. I'm feeling the very, very same. Leicester City 2, Liverpool 1 will be a fair result. Of course it will, mate. That's going to happen. Liverpool need to take it one game at a time. You cannot disrespect any club. Blah, blah, blah. I get all this. I understand exactly what you're saying. And in theory it's correct. But come on. At the end of the day, we haven't been in this position in a very fucking long time. And looking this good. I mean, looking as good as we do and as strong and depth as we do. Just have some fun, for God's sake. Nina Smith said, hi Craig, I have something to say. Takes a deep breath. We're going to win the fucking league. Yes, Nina. I love it, my friend. I love it. Maguire is fit, which is, good news if you're a Leicester City fan. He's a very, very good defender. I'm not going to disrespect him. He's got a massive head, but he's a very good defender. Charlene is in, said City seem to bottle it against smaller teams. That's all we've seen this season. Also, early goals seem to come back and bite them in the arse. Craig, tonight's result means City can't get to 100 points. Ah, well. They did last year, in fairness to them, Stephen. I'm not just a hater, by the way. I gave City the credit last year. I give United the credit on the run as well. I say things as I see it. And right now, I see Liverpool winning the fucking Premier League. And I see us all being very, very happy in May. Fuck Pep, said Stephen. Absolutely. Pep is overrated. He's not being tested. Started with Barca. They were already great when he went there. Bayern won the treble before he came to them. And Manchester City, who can spend tons of money, said LFC Gamer. And even on that, whilst I agree with you, my friend, and I do agree with you, I have to give Pep Guardiola credit because the world does need these type of managers. The world needs a manager who can go in and manage superstars, who can manage big clubs, who can take that burden on and get the best out of these teams. So I'm not calling Pep Guardiola a fraud or anything like it. You cannot argue with the man's success. Yes, you can say he's been at clubs that have had an advantage in one way or another, whether it be a strong squad, an open checkbook, or just the best fucking team in the league, or a very uncompetitive league, but he still has to go and do a job. So I'm not disrespecting Mr. Guardiola by any stretch of the imagination. All I'm doing is celebrating the fact that those fuckers dropped another 3 points tonight at Newcastle when they thought they had it in the bag, and we could go 7 clear tomorrow. 7 clear. Oh yes. Did City have a disallowed goal? They did. It was correctly disallowed, but if I'm a City fan, I can completely understand why they'd be pissed off. What happened was they were given a free kick kind of halfway between the edge of the box and the throw-in line, and De Bruyne wanted to take it. The ref showed him, I'll blow the whistle thing. The ref walked away about 10 feet, looked back, and the look could have been, go on ahead son, you're alright, take the free kick. But it wasn't. He didn't blow the whistle. De Bruyne whipped a beautiful free kick into the front of the 6-yard box. Aguero cut across the defender and put it in the top corner. And the ref brought it back, booked De Bruyne and told him to take the free kick again. That's what happened there. Technically correct decision. But if I'm a Manchester City fan, I'm fuming. I'm absolutely fuming if that happens to us. But it didn't. It happened to them. And they lost 2-1. Sickener. So can we call them bottlers now, said Cahill. Yeah, we can, but I suppose I've been a bit disrespectful at times tonight, but there's no need for us to be disrespectful. Let's just enjoy our side of it. And you can watch the fume, you can watch the meltdown, you'll see all the insults coming out now, you'll hear the fucking Canna Copperberg story about 10,000 times over the next few weeks. You'll hear 13-14, you'll get some Hillsborough stuff thrown at you, you'll see some disgusting images, all the usual shite that you get when Liverpool are on a good run because people are fucking scared. I've told this time and time again. You'll get it all because they're scared. And embrace that. Embrace the fact that they're all running scared. Coutinho, who indeed, Tristan? I thought the ref was strong. Brilliant, said Paul Lee. Pep is talking, said Imran. I'm sure he is, mate. He probably has a post-match press conference to do. They deserve to lose the title like we did to them in 2014, said Tussie. Do you know what, guys? On tomorrow, for anyone that's worried about the game against Leicester, I've already said that I'm wearing the lucky shirt. So it's all good. You can take that to the bank. The lucky shirt's coming out. The lucky shirt hasn't lost yet. He says, setting himself up for a massive fucking failure now. City fans are all asleep right now, getting ready for primary school, said Alpha G. Or, well, where is Abu Dhabi, Dubai? Is that 3 hours ahead or something, where all their fans actually are? Pray for Salah, indeed. Mate, I mean, absolutely, thoughts, prayers. I don't know what else to say in that situation. It's so sad. It really is. You never want to see that happening in life, not alone in sport. Brilliant trolling with the Newcastle fans. I'm fucking flying after that result, said John Hamilton. I can't calm down, mate. I just cannot calm down. I'm here, my head's going 100 miles an hour. Red Grizz said, we love you, Rafa, we do. Come on, Reds. We're never going to stop, said Monkey. Never. Conquer all your motherfuckers. Whoop, whoop. Hey, Craig, what do you think of the Newcastle game? Were they playing tonight, Luke? I hadn't heard anything about Newcastle. Who were they playing? Oh, playing some little team from Manchester. Yeah, no, I get you now. I get you. Rafa, though. Huh? How about that, Rafa? Rafa should get a Premier League winners medal, said Kev. You get a big, dirty hug and a kiss off me if I ever see you, you beautiful Spanish man. When we lift the Premier League, Bob and Shankly will be looking down at the time and knowing there's a reason we're in this position. They'd be so proud, said Ben. Gonna heading up to Liverpool early tomorrow. Make sure to check out my preview. Said our friend Leicester City FC. Boy, the link is in there. Please do check it out. He's been kind enough to agree to come on as well on Thursday for a post-match show, and mate, I'll be in contact with the Skype information and all that kind of stuff. Enjoy your trip. Be safe tomorrow. Not that I think you've any reason to be safe. I say that to everybody for everything, but enjoy it, mate. I would say I wish you well. You know I'd be lying. We need those 3 points, mate. So, we can do this the right way. You can be respectable, be plucky, but allow us the fucking 3 points and have that 7-point gap. But look, as I said, have a safe journey up, and I look forward to chatting to you afterwards. I live in Qatar, 3 hours ahead. There you go. Thank you very much. Don't you fucking dare wear that lucky shirt. I'm absolutely wearing the lucky shirt. I said all week I was wearing it. I even did a little video, Brian, showing that I was wearing the shirt. You can take that shit to the bank. The bigger team won already, said Furno. There you go. Right, how are we all feeling, guys? Come on, this is your show. Let me know how you're feeling. Boycott Gillette. Alright, we get that. Relax. It's all good, mate. The ad wasn't even that bad, to be fair. It depends how you look at the ad. If you're an angry fucker who looks at the ad, you see men being abused. If you're somebody who's a little bit open-minded, you look at it and go, well, they're making a point. But either way, it was done for one reason and one reason only. And that was to have people talking about it. Nina Smith said, Klopp and the boys won't stop fighting till the end. We've nothing to worry about, boys and girls. We're in safe hands. We most certainly are. Reece said, if we win all our games now, the United game, and win that one, game over. It's ours. Man City can drop more points. They will drop more points. And do you know what? So will we. None of us are going through the rest of this season winning every game. It's just not going to happen. But if we win tomorrow, that is a massive psychological blow. And yes, Manchester City are going to be playing before Liverpool throughout this month. But if the gap is 7, all they can keep doing is trimming it back to 4, and Liverpool have a chance to put it back to 7. So tomorrow is a very, very important game. And for anybody watching that wonders, yes, we're doing a watch along of the game as always tomorrow. We'll be starting from 7:30 here on the channel. I hope you can join us for it. It's going to be an emotional night. It's going to be an intense night. I cannot wait. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. Hope you can join us for it. All our content on here is free, by the way. It always will be free. So all that we ask is that you drop a like on the stream. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers in our first season. I'd love to get there by the end of the year. So if you can help us out, if you're watching, it would mean the world to us to hit that subscribe button. Whether you're a Liverpool fan, a United fan, whoever you are, I mean, we've got fans from all clubs and we welcome them all in. Because this is a football fans forum. Yes, it's very Liverpool centric. But, look at our chat. It's full of people from every corner of life or every walk of life. And they're a wonderful bunch. I'm going to sing, said somebody. I don't blame you, mate. I mean, inside I'm fucking dancing, I have to say. Premier League is over. Love it. Love it. Is it Elucineb? Excuse me if I mispronounced your name. Mind the gap, mind the gap, mind the gap. Love it, Ben. We're winning the league, said, is it Aussie? God, there's some names tonight, guys. I'm telling you, some of your usernames are very difficult for this Irish idiot to pronounce. Cannot wait till tomorrow. I'm going to fly into them, go 4-0 up, Salah hat-trick and one for Bobby, said Ant. Read the capital letters, Craig. That's how I'm feeling. 3 footballs, 3 league trophies, 3 boxing gloves and 4 booms from Anthony Peters. Serious stuff. I can honestly see City dropping more points. That potential 7-point cushion could be critical, said Jordan. Jack's Page said City must be looking at the FA Cup at this point. I don't give a shit what they look at. They can get their motherfucking eyes off the Premier League because that is very red this season. Claire said, when we win tomorrow, Man City will bottle it. Happy days. Oh, Claire, how much I agree with you, my friend. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. If we win tomorrow, it won't be long before City are concentrating on a cup treble, said Brian Morrissey. Let them have their cup treble. They're not going to win the Champions League. They'll bottle that as well. Toon Army here. Glad to see the Reds heading for the title. Good for the league. Fresh blood winning it, said the Mojo J. Mate, firstly, we owe you guys so much for tonight. You've given us a wonderful evening, so thank you for that one. I'm moving away from tonight's game for a sec. If you're still watching, Jay, I hope you get more investment, mate. You guys deserve it as a fan base. I have a lot of time for Newcastle as a club. I know you've got a player coming in. You've got that guy from Atlanta coming in. I hope he goes well for you. I hope Rafa gets backed. I hope he signs a new deal and stays there. And you guys finally get a squad befitting of the manager that you have and the support that you have. So I wish you all the best. I hope you stay up this season, as I think do every single Red I know anyway. We all have a lot of time for Newcastle, buddy. So well done tonight. Well done. Enjoy the win. You won't enjoy it as much as us, though. I promise you that one. Okay, where else are we? City can fuck off. I just had to read that comment out because it just jumped off the page of me. Rafa, I'm enjoying the result with Diet Chav. You gotta big up to Diet Chav. I feel like pouring some out for my dead homies, but that would be a waste of good Diet Chav. Kirby is back. How are we? Let's all laugh at City, said you and Lions. We've done a little bit of that already, my friend. Love your style. The Reds play now. How I dream football should be played. Rick is in. I'm reading that now, pal. Oh, let's just say Rick only has one hand free at the minute over Rafa. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, turn the screw and put more pressure on them, said Graham Holmes. Right, a few more bits and pieces, guys. I've loads of notes as well to get through. Ben Woodburn, as we know, Ben Woodburn has come back from Sheffield United. He picked up an injury. It didn't quite work out from there. It looks like he's going to go on loan to Hull for the rest of the season. As we said, at Sheffield United, it didn't quite work out for him. A lot of people writing him off. I think he's far too young to do that. But let's hope that he can go to Hull now for the rest of the season, get some game time, and start proving himself again, because there's a lot of talent in there and you can't write anybody off that young. So if the move goes through and it hasn't been confirmed, well, it wasn't up until a while ago anyway, I hope it goes well for him. I really, really do. Jenkinson will start for us against Manchester City, said Olivier Giroud. I don't know what that means. Type him with his one hand, said Connor. What else we got? I'm reading these comments and in my head, I swear to God, I'm just somebody dancing around my head going whoop whoop. Oh, guys, the madness. 7-point lead tomorrow would be great, said AS Empire. The cop will bounce off its foundation, said Dave Sweeney. I cannot wait, mate. Cannot wait. Any transfer updates? I've a few bits and pieces. Just bear with me a couple of minutes. I promise you I won't hang around too long. I'll get you guys the transfer news. Nothing major, by the way. It's more players leaving. Brilliant result for us. City too complacent and they got what was coming, said Rick. Kev, as you can see there, guys, if you follow us on here or you follow us on Twitter, that is brilliant and we love you for it. But if you're an Instagram person, Kev has just put the link in there to the Anfield Agenda Instagram account, which he runs and takes care of magnificently for us. So it's at Anfield Agenda if you're on there. So give us a follow on there and tell Kev hello. So tell him hello. He'll look after you on there. He'll retweet anything for you, or shout out for shout out, or whatever it is Kev does on there that he does so well. Right. Mac is dancing away in your head right now. He really is, mate. Full on rain. I mean, expressive. That's beautiful. Craig, I think Aubameyang and Lacazette will cause City's too slow centre-back problems. Look, that's a very difficult set of games coming up for them. That was always going to be difficult. Tonight should have been the easier one. But the funny thing is, City will probably go and win the two games. But they've given us a sniff tonight, and they're going to be hurting. Don't doubt they are going to be hurting. If we can win tomorrow night, that's going to be a massive, massive blow in their hopes to reign in Liverpool. And it ain't fucking happening. We win tomorrow night, as I said. As far as I'm concerned, I said all along, if we open up another 7-point gap, it's good night Vienna for them. Rafa songs from the cop to start tomorrow, no question, said Larry Leach. I'm a Leicester fan and I hope we get a result. Of course, mate. I mean, you have to respect that. Of course, you're a Leicester fan. I hope you go up there and get a result. You hope you'll go up there and get a result. Sorry. I mean, I expect nothing less of any fan going to watch the team. So you're not going to get any sly digs from me or anything. I'm not going to wish you well tomorrow. I wish you well for the rest of the season. But tomorrow we need the 3 points badly. I see Shitty dropping more points at AS Empire. What else have we got? Pat Hammond said, what a morale boost for the lads. Now they have an incentive to extend the lead rather than just keep them with the tit for tat. We won the league in August, said Carrie. Right, I want Rafa to be at Anfield last day of the season and him to get a medal, and I want him to have a mini Premier League trophy, said Ben. Do you know what, mate? I don't think you'll be on your own there. I think a lot of people will have a little nod to Rafa if this goes through. Tony said in response to our friend from Leicester, I'm a Liverpool fan and I hope that you don't, which he means get a result tomorrow. Mo is due a hat-trick tomorrow to take him clear in the Premier League, said Anthony Peters. Results, guys. Give our predictions. Give me your predictions for tomorrow. Love to know what you're thinking now. I've gone for 2-0. 3-1 is another one that's entered my head, but I've gone for the clean sheet this time just to, try and give our defence a bit of a boost with my guess. You can see my team selection there as well in the image. I've gone for Alisson in goal, Fabinho at right back, Joel Matip, Virgil van Dijk, Andrew Robertson, and then in midfield I've gone for Hendo, Gini, Naby Keita, and then the front three is the front three. Fernand's gone 2-0. Sean-Luke Doherty O'Brien, just a 10-0 for him. Paul Dunning's gone for 5-0 with a Salah hat-trick. Sonia Ruiz 4-1. Cloud Strife 3-2 to Leicester. Obviously a Leicester City fan, and look, as I said, no disrespect for me whatsoever. Maybe you're just or maybe you're a City fan and you just want us to get beaten. But either way, I respect your opinion. 4-1 with a Mo hat-trick, said Usi. Tristan Kieran's gone 3-0 to the Reds. Luke's gone 4-2. Pooch Mount 3-0. Ben Dinley's gone 3-1. Jack Ryan's gone 1-1 with a late Vardy goal. Craig, do you want me to make a Facebook group chat for the channel tomorrow after work? Scotty, hand on heart, I absolutely detest Facebook, mate. I have my personal reasons for it, but I don't like them one bit. Mickey Friars has a Facebook page for the channel. I don't even know if it's still that active, I've got to be honest. Right, where else are we? Ella's gone 2-0. 3-1 to Jordan to the Reds. Right, some more news. How are we on subscribers, by the way? There we go, look at that. Guys, look, if you are watching and you haven't yet hit that button, please do subscribe to the channel and help us reach this 10,000 target that we'd set. Right, I'm trying to get my notes up here to see what else we've got. As I said earlier on, Claude Puel, the Leicester City manager, was speaking ahead of the game against the Reds, and obviously he's going to back his team. He said, "We've shown we can perform against good teams. We've won games also against those good teams. I hope this can continue. My players prefer to play against good teams like this and show their level. It's less pressure, they can give their best with freedom. In this situation we can create an upset. We know the difficulty and the people outside think we cannot have a chance to win a point, but we're confident because we showed a lot of qualities in the last games against big teams and great teams. I hope that we can have the possibility of winning against Liverpool and then United at home. I hope we can create an upset. It's a fantastic challenge for the team. I'm sure we'll have a good game and I have confidence about our performances." All the right things that you'd expect. If you're a Leicester City fan or a player, that's exactly what you'd expect your manager to say. No disrespect at all shown there from Claude Puel. Just everybody kind of paying lip service before the game, I think. Nobody's saying anything too mad or anything over the top. And look, he has to say those things. And he's right, they do perform against the bigger teams. Maybe it brings the best out of them. I don't know. I don't watch enough of Leicester City to give you an honest opinion on that. I thought Van Dijk was out with illness. No, mate. He was declared fit by the manager. 5-0 Salah hat-trick, Mane, Firmino to score. What else have we got? Salah, Bobby and Big Shaqiri to score tomorrow, so Pepper Red. Oh, don't stop me now, I'm having such a good time, I'm having a ball. That's what Ben said. I'm just singing it because he wrote it. I'm like fucking Ron Burgundy here. You put it in the teleprompter and this idiot is reading it out. Craig, when we win the Premier League, I'll send one of my artwork prints, said Kev. That's alright, mate. I don't expect anything of anybody for free, my friend, so I just hope that you continue to grow. Vardy is your lot's nightmare. He is, mate. Well, I wouldn't say nightmare. As I said in my video for Boya, he's a pain in the arse to us, but we beat you last season at home 2-1 and it was a pretty important game for us actually. It was one of the few games we came from behind to win. And I'm not worried about you guys tomorrow, I have to say. If it was at the King Power, I'd be a lot more worried, but I'm not being disrespectful, but Vardy is one player who, yes, can be effective, but at the same time, we've got a lot more game changers. Love that City play Arsenal, Everton, Chelsea in the space of 7 days. Could be huge, said Martin O'Neill. Is that you, Martin? Is that the real Martin? How are things going at Forest, mate? How's having Roy as your number 2? Are you regretting that yet? How are things on this good evening, Craig, my matey, said Liam. They're tickety-boo, Liam. Tickety-boo, my friend. And they couldn't be any more tickety-boo than they are at this moment in time. Anfield is a fortress, said Tristan, which it is. I mean, let's not forget, we haven't lost here in... Connor threw me with your go fuck yourself San Diego comment. We haven't lost at Anfield in 18, 19 months, something ridiculous like that. Your channel is growing, said D222. It is, mate, and we're very thankful for everyone that's come and joined us on this journey. It's been fun so far. It's been a great season for the Reds. I hope we continue to grow, because the more people that come in, the more people we get to chat to, and this is a fan channel, a Reds community, and we're not interested in fucking in manager interviews or meeting players. We just want to meet people. That's what this is all about. We want to meet Liverpool fans from around the world. Craig, you're going to get a spanking when you come to Goodison Park. Yes, mate. Of course we are. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. How's your keeper getting on, by the way? How's he getting on? Jordan Pickford. Is he alright? Tell him we said hello. No more refs from Altrincham when we'll win the league, said Jones Nuff. Or is it John's Nuff? I'm not sure if I mispronounced. Fuck Vardy, ferret face prick, said Pat. That wasn't me, just reading things out. As I said, I read that now, just wrote down here. The title's going to Liverpool this season, but hopefully London next year, said Cloud Strife. In which way, mate? I'd love to know. Are you a Spurs fan, an Arsenal fan, a Chelsea fan, a Fulham fan? I'd love to know. I'd like to know who I'm talking to so I can adjust my hate levels accordingly. I'm only joking. Sean Luke Doherty O'Brien said Anfield is better than the Camp Nou, Bernabeu and Allianz Arena combined. Damn right, mate. It's the best place in the world. The hallowed turf of Anfield is the greatest arena to play football in. Why Liverpool haven't bought any players? I don't know if you've noticed, just Ari, but we're top of the fucking league and doing very, very well with the players that we have. There's no need to buy players just because you can. But we're all right at the minute. The squad they're okay. We've a couple coming back from injury, but the players have got us to where we are. Obviously, the manager didn't feel there was anything available in this window that was worth going balls out for, so we are where we are. Don't start singing, Crave. Your wife will jump back on and give you a stick about your voice. Yeah, she's right. I can't sing for shit. Can't really argue with her on that one. When he said spanking, he actually means when you go to Goodison, they'll spank you. Probably. But I do like a good spanking every now and again, Jose, so maybe I'll just take one for the team. Love you, but screw Liverpool, said Alex Montel. I get that, mate. I mean, look, it's all banter, it's all fun. Just, you're being respectful. I get it. I love a bit of banter and a laugh and joke, so I'm glad you're enjoying the channel, though. That's a good thing. 3-0 is also realistic, said Dave for tomorrow. RAFA Masterclass is beautiful, said Eganito. Carrie Bonner said title next year. I can't read how many fucking zeros are there, but it's coming to Liverpool. The atmosphere should be rocking tomorrow. It really will. I might even get on the watch along a little bit earlier to try and build up, because I'm really looking forward to it. As I said, guys, watch along will be starting at 7:30 tomorrow, so I hope you can join us for that one. The Ox, when I fucking hate reading out that phrase, how dare I? I'm not having to go with you, Pooch Mount. I should have pulled myself up. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain will be back soon. I think you're the first person that's ever caught me out with that one, Pooch Mount. Well, in Newcastle, do you think if Liverpool win tomorrow, we'll win the league? Said Paul Greaves. 100%, Paul. I can't be a hypocrite. I can't go back and make a show of myself. I've said all this week, if we ever open up another 7-point gap this season, I think that's it. And they've got tough games coming up as well, and a busy time. It's great, isn't it? God bless Liverpool. God bless us. What have we got? Can't even remember who plays at Goodison. Some mid-league team. Oh yeah, but they're moving to the Bramley Apple Pie in the Sky Stadium soon, Pat. So, you know, they're going to be the Mersey billionaires again. And everybody will fear them. Sorry. I'm trying to be respectful, but they don't make it easy. Adil said, get in there, bro. My Manchester City fan friend said if we win the title, we deserve it. It's true. City lost 4 games now. It is true, we deserve it. And if we win this, make no mistake about it, we're going to win the title by beating one of the best teams the Premier League has seen. Manchester City have a very, very, very good squad. An excellent manager. 2-3 quality players in every position. And it was going to take a mammoth effort for anybody to wrestle the title away from them this year. And look, it's not done yet. There's a long way to go, but we're in a very good position. Fucking come on, said Louis. Love a pal. I love the simple little post like that, because it just perfectly states how we're all saying. Connor is on a massive wind up. AOC, Ox. I'm not saying the last one. Fuck you, Furno. Give Rafa the freedom of Liverpool, said Wasim. I think he already had that one to an extent, but give him more. Put him out to the Wirral now as well. Give him that as well. The crowd will be amazing after that City result, said LFC forever. The place is going to be rocking tomorrow. It really is. I'd sign Matthias De Ligt in the summer to partner Van Dijk, said John Snuff. So would I. So would a lot of us, to be fair, mate. You're not going to get many people disagreeing that we love De Ligt, but I don't know if it's a realistic thing. A lot of rumours around him to Barcelona, but how much money do Barcelona actually have? There's also talk about them trying to get Neymar back in. Whoever gets De Ligt is going to get one hell of a centre back. Salah hat-trick tomorrow. A lot of people saying that. A lot of people backing Mo Salah for a hat-trick tomorrow. Liverpool win, Van Dijk back along with a clean sheet. Come on, said Louis. Sean Luke Doherty O'Brien said, who is better, Ederson or Alisson? Not even trying to be biased here, honestly, Alisson. And that's got nothing to do with me being a Liverpool fan and Alisson being a Liverpool player and Ederson being a City player. I honestly believe Alisson's the better keeper. And the reason I think I want you to believe me here is because I was asked the same question earlier on in the week about Alisson and David De Gea. And I honestly said I feel David De Gea is the better keeper. I think David De Gea is the best keeper in the world. But my feeling on that one is we've got the better keeper. Two very good keepers that play the game pretty much in similar ways. I just feel we've got the better one. Not just because he has that magnificent beard as well. So tell us about your prediction. Mine's 2-0 for tomorrow, my friends. 2-0 to the Reds. I'm literally in tears of happiness. I can't believe we're in this good position. Come on, Liverpool, said Stealthful. A lot of us very happy tonight. Whoop whoop. I know I've said that about 57,000 times tonight, but whoop whoop. Pep not used to unsmooth sailing, said Far Isle. Do you know what, mate? They called us bottlers. They said we were going to slip up. They pulled out all the puns, all the bullshit fucking room, or all the bullshit posts and comments, and I wasn't crying there. Sorry, I had a bit of a hiccup. What's your prediction for tomorrow? I think that was aimed at somebody else. Omar is in. How are you, my friend? Great to have you back. Alisson's the number one for Brazil, said Tristan. Trained yesterday and today and was confirmed by Klopp. What's this one? Sorry, y'all. I don't know what you mean. Who are we talking about confirmed? I've gone through the team news anyway. For anyone who wasn't around earlier on, I will quickly go back through for tomorrow. Just get my notes up here. 1 second. So the manager confirmed Virgil van Dijk has resumed training following illness, and Jorginho Wijnaldum is also back after a knee injury. So looks like both of those guys will be available for selection tomorrow. Fabinho took part in training on Tuesday as well, so he looked like he's sound. Trent won't be available, unfortunately. It's come a little bit too quickly for him. Klopp said Virgil was a little bit ill, but he trained yesterday and will train today, so we'll see. Dejan is fine, Gini trained, and Fabinho will train today. Trent is getting closer and closer, and it looks very positive, but he will not be ready for tomorrow. So look, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Could have been worse. Let's look at the positives in this one. We're going to have Fabinho, we're going to have Van Dijk, we probably have Gini as well. I'll take that at this moment in time. Manuel Neuer, the best goalkeeper in the world. Not anymore. Maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago, but I know he had the injury last year that kept him out for a long time. I don't think he is anymore. An excellent keeper though, don't get me wrong. Nothing but respect for Manuel Neuer. He's going to be picking the ball out of the net a lot against Liverpool, but apart from that, nothing but respect. Farwell said, I think that on the final day, if we've won it, everybody should bring a plastic bottle to wave at the world who said we couldn't do it. And recycle it afterwards. That's very important, recycling that plastic bottle. Hope we can stop Vardy. He always scores against us, said Martin. Yeah, he does, to be fair, he does. But he likes playing against the big teams. But we got Van Dijk. We'll be sound. Don't you worry about it, man. We'll be sound tomorrow. They got Arsenal next. We got West Ham. What's your thoughts? I'm very confident against West Ham. I always am. They were absolute dog shit tonight again against Wolves. And I think we'll go down there, score an early goal, score one in the first half, and then they'll come at us. We'll catch them on the counter again. I think we'll tear them apart. I'm very confident going down to play West Ham. With regards to their game, I don't know. I think they'll beat Arsenal at the Etihad. I think they'll be up for it. They'll show them more respect than they probably did Newcastle tonight. and they'll start quickly like they did against us, and I think they'll beat Arsenal. No disrespect to Arsenal, I hope Arsenal can get a result. Tomorrow's game even bigger now. Said you'll never walk alone, LFC. Every game between now and the end of the season is going to be massive, but little bit less pressure on the Reds right now, which is good. Manchester loving cheating cunt, the ref is, said Tony. Get off that fence there, Tony pal. Need a cushion for a game against United. Win this one and I will have 4 points clear no matter what. Kenny, they have United as well, away at around the same time. I think it's a couple of weeks in the difference, so they've got a difficult game at Old Trafford there as well. Ruman Ahmed's gone 2 goals for Salah tomorrow, 1 for Mane, 3-1 to the Reds. I'll take a 1-0 tomorrow though, guys, don't get me wrong. Rod's in. How are we, Mr. Meta? How are we? Down with City, fuck the corrupt assholes, and get the gaffer a Corona. Absolutely, he deserves the Corona. Get Rafa one while you're at it. Tell them Connor's paying for it. Claire's gone for 3-1 tomorrow. Obviously a jammy Vardy goal. Don't even care who scores for us. Either do I. 3-1, I'll take that now. That'll do very nicely indeed. 1-0 and they fucked it up. I'm starting to believe more and more, said Charlie. Charlie, you were probably on Twitter, mate, when this happened. When City were 1-0 up, I just popped into Twitter just to have a little look-see, and it was all, oh, that's the end of that. Bye-bye, good night, I'm turning it off, I'm not watching the game. And I'm not slagging people off, because I felt the very same way. I thought City were going to just march through that game 4 or 5-0. But you know what? Fair play to Newcastle. No, you are buying the drinks, Connor. I'm sorry, you promised you'd buy the next round. However many people are in the chat right now, Connor said he'd buy you all a drink, didn't you? Isn't that right, pal? You can take that one to the bank because Connor is loaded. Connor's got all this YouTube money. None of it comes my way. It all goes to Connor's way. You all think Connor is a nice young man. I'm telling you now. You see him at the weekend. He's an animal. Absolute animal. Typical that man scum went 2-0 down at home and they ended up equalising. Whatever. Honestly, I don't know what to say about United because every fibre of my being wants to say, fuck them. But at the same time, they're not really in our wheelhouse at the minute. We don't have to worry about that particular side for Manchester. Rafa was definitely wearing his Liverpool shirt under his suit today, said Liverpool NYC. Love that, mate. Love it. 391 watching. Fuck me, I'm getting nervous. I'm getting very nervous. We never have this many. For those 391 people that are watching, welcome. Thank you guys for giving us a try. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you want to do us a massive, massive favour, please just take a second and hit that subscribe button and help us towards our goal of 10,000 subscribers this season. The Bulmers are on, Connor. The fucking expensive stuff as well. The Bulmers, no cheap stuff. Connor said, just email all your drink orders to nevergonnahappen at AnfieldAgenda.com. What's going on with Trent? He's not available just yet, mate, unfortunately. He's a few games or a few weeks away yet, sorry. Watch the picture from 442 Tunes. Oh, I will, Andrew, I will. I love the guys at 442 Tunes. They make some brilliant stuff. Right, some more notes. We were talking about transfers, so let's get through some transfer news before we go back and take the piss out of Man City a little bit more. Spoke about Claude Puel. So Liverpool striker Divock Origi is wanted on loan by French club Nantes, but they're reluctant to pay his full wages. That's according to the Daily Star. However, according to claims in Calcio Mercato, Jurgen Klopp wants to move the player on a permanent deal and wants £22 million for the striker. What's your thoughts on that, guys? Is Divock Origi, or Big Hawk as we like to call him, thanks to Furno, is he worth 22 million quid? What do you want to happen to him? Do you want Liverpool to loan him out? Do you want him here for the rest of the season? How much is he worth? 22 million to me seems a lot, but maybe I'm completely undervaluing him. I mean, Michael Edwards will probably get 50 from him. What else have we done? Spoke about that and that. Sadio Mane. I was really impressed when I read this, actually. I spoke earlier on about Claude Puel saying his little bit about Liverpool and about his team and how it was perfect and exactly what you want to hear. Well, Sadio Mane was speaking as well, and again, I liked what I heard from Sadio. He said he was speaking about the importance of the Reds' warm weather training camp in Dubai. He said, of course, we'd love to play in the FA Cup, but it's not. It's part of football and you have to accept it. The 4-day trip was very important for the team Take the example of last year. We had new players like Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk, especially Virgil. He grew close to everybody. It was very important for us and for him to be involved with the team. After Dubai, it looked like he'd already been here for 3 or 4 years. This year, we'd more new players than last year. It's very important. Don't have time to go out together. This kind of trip helps us to talk about different things, not only football. It was very nice. That kind of period always makes everybody closer, making more of an affinity. It's very important for the team. So as you can see, after that one there, Sadio was basically spelling out how important these little trips away are. I mean, you've got new players that are coming in, or new players that have come in this season, and it's been so hectic for them, they haven't really had a chance to get to know each other. They haven't had much of that downtime. He spoke about how important the few days away were last year, and how they got to know Virgil, how they got to know Mo a little bit better, how they bonded, and you can see the results of that this year. So although we might not see the best from this trip this season, and last year, if I remember, the results might have been a bit iffy after it. Were we in Malaga last year or Dubai? I can't remember. But yeah, basically he's saying that these are really important to them. They get to know each other on these trips. Brilliant, love it. Exactly what I want to hear, and exactly what the gaffer does them. So well done to everybody on that one. It's just happiness personified at the minute. The camp seems together, the fans are together, the team are playing well. I mean, what isn't there to like if you're a Liverpool fan at the minute? Origi's worth 22 million because he scored against Everton in the 96th minute at Mossy Wossy. Well, there is that. Craig's prediction 2-0. Who's Craig? I don't know. He's just somebody that I used to know. Doom, 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 doom. Thanks for the Everton goal, Divock, but you've got to go. Keep Origi, said Pepper Red. Divock is worth way more than 20 million, especially when Solanke went for 19. Origi's twice the player that Solanke was, said Ferno. He's certainly done more in the game, mate. I can't argue with that one. But with Solanke, you did have the whole English, I won't say tax, but you know what I mean. Well, we loaned out Klein, and now look how badly we need a right back. That's the one that's baffled everybody, Manny. Absolutely everybody. I've yet to speak to a Liverpool fan who can understand the reason why we got rid of him. We can sell Origi for 25 to 30, sell OJ. Connor minds a Guinness and a double rum and coke, said Carrie. Again, Connor, I hope you're taking down all these orders. Slow down, you lot. Craig's flying too much to read. When I was reading the Sadio Mane stuff from my notes, I glanced across and the chat was fucking flying up. So yes, I probably will miss a lot of comments. Under Armour, come on, Craig. New Balance. I do have New Balance stuff, as you know, but you know I'm a chav, and chavs have a lot of sportswear, so you'll see me in a mixture of Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, New Balance. I won't go cheap. Like you'll never see me in the shitty stuff like Umbro. Little dig there at Everton. City spend over 500 million and they can't reach the Champions League final. I've spoken about this before, and again, it wasn't a sly little dig at Manchester City. I don't think they'll win the Champions League, and I don't think PSG will ever win the Champions League either. I just don't think they have the mentality to do it. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, they could go on and do it and make me look like a fucking mug, and I'll hold my hands up if they do, but I still think they're a bit short to win the Champions League. Manchester City fans saying it wasn't a penalty. Fuck off. Gobshites. Honestly, fuck off. Where did you find these, Connor? These Manchester City fans? What rocks were you looking under? I haven't been able to see any lately. You know that they're going to come out and in the comments of the chat later on, oh, they'll be giving it the big one when the stream's over. They'll be going, you fat ball Irish prick. Fuck you sitting over there in Ireland. Go to games, you fat cunt. They'll be giving it all that stuff. Not that I give a fuck, because we're top of the league, motherfuckers. Whoop, whoop. Klein making space for a young player, perhaps. Again, Kenny, that would be great if we had that young player ready at the minute. I'm clutching at straws, Kenny, to try and think of how we move them on. We could do with them at this moment in time. Great stream. Thank you. Thank you, Multi-Apples. Multi-Apples, what a name. Thank you for that, mate. Adidas is by far the best. No argument there, Kev. No argument whatsoever. If Liverpool don't win the league, do you think they'll be able to come back next year? I don't know, mate. I don't want to think about that, Jack. I don't do negative thinking, buddy. Let's worry about what happens and then we'll act accordingly. How about we think, when we win the league this year, can we win it again next year? That's my way of thinking. Not what if we don't do it, what happened. Fuck it. Enjoy it. Enjoy where you are. Enjoy where we are as a club. And be much better than being 4-7 behind, mate. So, all good. Connor reckons City could win it and PSG will never win it. And City, I don't think they're going to win it for at least 5 years. I still think they need some more, not toughness. That's probably the not. I don't think they're cute enough to win it yet. If that makes sense to anybody. Ben's heading off. Talk to you tomorrow, Ben. I'm so buzzing for this game tomorrow night. Why is Keita not coming up good? Is it too difficult for him in this league? Said Cyan. It's a very good question, buddy, and one that we've spoken about quite a lot on the stream. I'm a massive Naby Keita fan, and I think it's been a couple of things. I think it's been the injuries that he's had. I think it's been coming to a new league. I think it's been the fact that he hasn't really been played in his favourable position a lot of the time. And I think you just have to give him an extra bit of time to settle. I fully believe Naby Keita will come good. I really, really, really rate the guy. But I can't lie, I can't come on here and say that he's been fantastic this season because he quite simply hasn't. He hasn't been as good as we'd all expect. But I'd also say, let's give him the rest of the season and start looking at his performances from next year. I just think we have to give him at least a year to settle in. And I also question the way we bought him because yes, it was great getting the deal done early, but I fully believe by getting that deal done early, it allowed him to become mentally a little bit softer, if that makes any sense. He knew he had the league or the move coming. I'm not saying he wasn't given 100% for Leipzig, but maybe he wasn't going into a 50-50 challenge as he normally would. Maybe if he felt a little twinge, he wasn't playing. All the things that you would probably do if you were fully 100% focused, and maybe that move distracted him a little bit, and maybe he's finding it a little bit difficult to get back into the winning mindset. Again, all guesswork from my point of view. I don't know, just like everybody else, I'm trying to figure it out, mate, but I think he will come good. And thank you for the question. I'm wearing the same hoodie as you, Craig. I think a few of us have this. I seen our friend Leicester City FC Boya did his video the other day, and he was wearing the very same hoodie. There must have been a special offer on somewhere that we all got this from. Probably Sports Direct, actually, if I'm being honest. City could have a great chance in it this year. They'll probably give up on the league and focus on that 100%. True, but I think when they came up against a team like, I'll just use an example here, Connor. I think a Juventus, for example, would be too clever for Manchester City, and Ronaldo and those type of players would be too street smart, I think is the phrase I'm looking for. And that's why I think they'll come unstuck. Football wise, quality wise, there's no doubt about it. They can certainly beat anybody on their day. Steve said City have Arsenal, Everton and Chelsea in the next 7 days. Yeah, fuck them, Steve. What forward should we buy? Said SMJ Legacy. I'm fully wanting Timo Werner, like everybody else in our chat. I think it just seems, I won't say destiny, but things are aligning. Christian Pulisic went to Chelsea, so that one was ruled out. I see Timo Werner as the perfect player. I think he fits the squad, he fits the way we play. I hope so. I just hope it's him. But I was hurt with Christian Pulisic because I made no secret of the fact that I really wanted him, and him going to Chelsea just makes me think that Klopp had something else in mind, because I fully believe if we wanted Christian Pulisic, he would have been a Liverpool player. Problem with Keita is he's been played out of position since Stevie Richards. Guys, look, as you can see, we're only 36 subscribers away from our next 100 target, so if you're watching and you can help us out to get to 7,600, please hit that button. It means the world to us to gain new subs. Pep has had his toys stolen, said Sean. How are things, said Tony Kelly. Tickety boo, Tony, tickety boo. Craig Gaffney is in. How are you, sir? Win the Premier League or the Champions League? The Premier League, Anna, 100%, without a shadow of a doubt. This season particularly, because we haven't won it. Well, we haven't won the Premier League ever, but we haven't won the top division for 29 years now, so it's got to be the Premier League. And then after that, I mean, Big Ears number 6 would do very nicely. Marco Arnautovic set to miss West Ham versus Liverpool on Monday after leaving Wolves on crutches. That's unfortunate for him after agreeing that new deal. Yeah, look, I don't want to hear of any player being injured. I don't want to try and have a sly dig at a player being injured. I mean, Yes, it will probably benefit us a little bit, but you don't want to hear of anyone picking up an injury. But thank you for sharing that news with us, AS Empire. Craig, who do you think's the most underrated player at Liverpool? I think Robbo. I don't know if he's underrated. I mean, we love him. Everyone loves him. I think Genie is a very underrated player, particularly this year. He stepped up his game massively. Firmino, I think, is an underrated player by opposition fans, not by us. We know fully what Bobby can do, and it's a good question though. I mean, I'd love to put that one into the group. Who does everybody else feel perhaps is our most underrated player that we currently have? Yes, Gentile, Van Dijk is okay for tomorrow. He will be available. Van Dijk is available. Gini Wijnaldum is available. Fabinho was available, but Trent didn't quite get ready in time, so he won't be available for the game tomorrow. So, and Gomez, he isn't available either. So, unfortunately, that's where we are. But it's still good news. Van Dijk is a massive plus. Having Fabinho is a massive plus, and having Gini to me is a massive plus as well. So, the news isn't all bad. At least Pep was honest about his performance, said Cody. I didn't see the interview yet, but I imagine it went something like you said, we scored early, we were complacent, fair play to Newcastle. You know, he probably said all the right things. What he should have said was, fuck it, this has pretty much given the Premier League to Liverpool, hasn't it? Shit. Ah well, I'll just go and bathe myself in my £50 notes now. It would be great to win the league without signing any more players, said Joanne. Surely Mike Ashley should be supporting Rafa. Oh, Kai. I'm actually probably more passionate about this than I should be, but I really do like Newcastle United as a club, and I love the fact that Rafa Benitez is up there, and I love how much they love the man. And yes, I firmly believe, like you, that he should be supported more. Now he's getting a player in, he's getting that guy from Atlanta United, I can't think of his name. He's getting him in for 20 million, which is good news, but he needs more. For him to keep them up again this year would be another miracle. Craig, Ruby made a YouTube channel for singing. Can you sub and share? She's on the Liverpool Echo. Can you send me the name, Tony, of the channel? Or email it to me, a link, and I'll promise you I'll subscribe. And I'd be interested to check it out as well. And best of luck to Ruby. I hope her career goes well. We need to send out a message tomorrow, especially with City's next 7 days of mine, said Simon Kendrick. We do nothing short of 3 points tomorrow. Nothing short whatsoever. Craig, you're from Ballyfermot, mate, are you? Nice one. Somewhere I've been a lot. Played a lot of games in Ballyfermot actually over the years. What part of Dublin are you from? Said Jordan Smith. Originally, mate, I'm from Shankill, which is very, very South Dublin. Now I live in Wexford. Genie's up there and so was Fabinho. What a buy. Oh, I can see Keita doing the same, said Tony Kelly. Man United will beat you. And what's your fucking point? I mean, if you're trying to make yourself feel better, I mean, go ahead, have at it, but I don't know if you're a City fan or who the fuck you support, but it's a very random comment. Man United will beat you. They probably beat you as well, whoever the fuck you support, but who gives a fuck? We're top of the league and there's fuck all you can do about it, my friend. I could write an essay on how underrated Genie is, said Brian Morrissey. And do you know what, Brian? I'd read that essay. Would you let City win the Champions League if we win the Premier League? I don't give a fuck. If we win the Premier League, I don't give a shit who wins what else. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's what it's all about for me. I'm dreaming. I go to bed every night thinking about Liverpool winning. I wake up thinking about Liverpool winning. I come on here to talk to you wonderful people and we all talk about Liverpool winning it. It would be something special and something that's long overdue. Man City will win the Champions League, said Jack. No, they won't. I don't think they will. Not anytime soon. But if they do, I won't begrudge them, Jack. Don't get me wrong. If Manchester City win the Champions League, I will say congratulations to them. I should just give my opinion. Oh, Rod made a Black Forest Gatto. I mean, mate, cherry. I don't like cherries, Rod, but I still like a Black Forest Gatto. Look at me. You can see I like cake. Hendo's totally underrated, said Dave Sweeney. He does what Klopp tells him to, and most fans don't realise that. Fans don't see it, but Klopp does, which is a good shout from Dave. Ruby and Music is her YouTube channel. Well, that's pretty easy to remember. Tony, thank you. Is this the same Man United that couldn't beat Burnley earlier, said Claire. I know, mate, but, it's just straw clutching par excellence here from probably a Manchester City fan, but whoever he's from, or whoever he supports, I don't know, but he's just trying to make himself feel better. Okay, some more comments. Where are we? Newcastle are breaking their record in signing Almiron, which is the gentleman's name I couldn't think of. Thank you for that, Farno. Right, I tried to catch up with everybody's fucking comments and then I've lost so many of them. Okay, I've got that. I've seen Rod's Black Forest Gatto comment. Now I know where I am. Craig, what's your prediction for tomorrow? 2-0. 2-0 for me, my friend. Love to know yours. Great result. Let's beat Leicester tomorrow, said Skipper Dog. Absolutely. Eganitos from Ballyfermot. Loads of people from Ballyfermot in tonight. What's going on? Ballyfermot in the house. The Brigand, the Brack, the Fermot and the Noggin. The Brigand, the Brack, the Fermot and the Noggin. People outside of Ireland are going to be going, what are you at, you absolute mong? Dustin the turkey, that's all I'm going to say. Irish people will understand where I'm coming from. Salah has to be the best ever Liverpool player. Well, no, he isn't, to be fair. That's a big statement to make. The best ever Liverpool player is a toss-up between Sir Kenny Dalglish or Steven Gerrard. I mean, he's a great player, Salah, but it's a very, very, very too early to be talking with names like Kenny Dalglish, Steven Gerrard. I mean, as much as I love Mo, it's a little bit premature. Have you been to Drogheda in County Louth? Yes, of course. I've been there many, many times. And then to Dundalk as well. Of course, Drogheda, Mosney. Come on, Tristan, you know I've been there. Well, technically Mosney was in Bettystown, wasn't it? But not too far away. Henderson is massively underrated, said Oliver. Absolutely. Good to see some Henderson love for a change. Love it. Craig, do a watch along in a Geordie accent. Oh, mate, honestly, my accents are terrible. I could just hold up a picture of True Geordie in front of my face and talk. Maybe that's as close as I could get because my accents are terrible. Jordan Smith from Clondalkin. Nice. I used to work right beside Clondalkin in East Point Business Park, Jordan. Markovic is off to join Carrius. Oh, does he need a lift? Can we do a whip round? Can we call him an Uber? Anything that he needs to help that move through, we've got his back. Tristan's from Drogheda. Brilliant. Mark's from North Dublin. Connor, there you go. Loads of dubs in the chat. Love it. Which means all Irish people don't think I'm a prick. That's always good to know. Ballyfermot. Loads of... Where's all the Ballyfermot coming from? This is mad. True Geordie doing bits lately. Got Ian Wright and Ricky Gervais on. I mean, don't give a shit about Ian Wright, but Ricky Gervais, that is a big, big get for True Geordie. Well done. I mean, no fucking hate here from me. I mean, I respect everyone that makes content. Well done to him. That must have been a surreal moment. Wow. Well done. Nice work. My father absolutely hated Henderson. I don't know why, said Andrew. I mean, I suppose, mate, we all have our little beefs with different players, don't we? Craig, need to challenge you on the M word. Have a look on your review. Because I said the word mong. I mean, fuck off. Honestly, Anthony, I don't care about stuff like that, mate. I say mong, if I say retard, if I say cabbage, if I say dickhead, whatever I say, it's me and it's what I say. It's not, I didn't call anybody it to belittle them. I just used the word. If it offends people, I'm sorry, but I'm not changing, nor am I really apologising for what I say, because I don't think I aimed it at anybody. But look, I understand, I respect your thoughts, and I'll take it on board, Anthony. I'll always try and do my best for people on here, but I'm not feeling bad about something that I say, mate. So on that one, we'll have to just move on. You're a B-Tech, True Geordie. I'll take it. I'll take it, Craig. A B-Tech, C-Tech, D-Tech. I mean, I'll take it. Leicester win. Nah, not going to happen. Louth for Sam. Come on, Tristan. That's a bit optimistic, my friend. East Point is in Clontarf. East Wall. Yes, but it's right beside... It's right beside fucking Clondalkin. I know this because the prison in Clondalkin was just, and I had friends from Clondalkin that were right beside it. But yes, it is in Clontarf, but it's just 2 minutes up the road. What else have we got? Finally, this will be Liverpool's year, said Matthew Jackson. Hopefully, mate. Fingless for Del Croft. Nice one. I'd love to hear you do a Glaswegian accent. You really wouldn't, Charlene. I'm shocking with accents. Ballybowden, St. Enda's country. Nice. I was actually originally supposed to live in Ballybowden when my dad got his council house, but he swapped the keys with somebody that he worked with, and we got a house in Shankill. How mad is that? Statue for RAFA, said Aaron. Absolutely. Statue for RAFA. Freedom of the city, as somebody mentioned earlier on. Get through Geordie on your live. Maybe someday, you never know. As I said, I've nothing but respect for anyone. He worked his ass off. He got to where he is, and it's taken off from him. And I'm not going to begrudge anybody's success. So well done to him. Getting Ricky Gervais on that is huge. Really is huge. City or ball bags. There you go. Charlene's educating us with her word ball bags, which is apparently a very Scottish word. Darren Farley's impression of Sarri is brilliant. Darren Farley is just a hilarious dude, isn't he? I mean, some of his impressions are absolutely amazing. How are you feeling after Newcastle's victory, said Jersey Boy. Tickety boo times 100, Jersey Boy. I'm over the moon. Pedro said, I think Mane will score 1 or 2 tomorrow. Pedro, I said to Connor before we came on stream the very same thing. I said, I have a feeling you're going to see Sadio score tomorrow, and that's where I'm going to put my money. Craig Lascelles said, Anfield is his best stadium from an atmosphere. We'd all like him, to be fair, we would. But he signed a new deal this year at Newcastle, and he's their captain, so it would take a lot to get him out of that club. Where's this one? Who would you rather tomorrow, Matip or Lovren? Do you know what? I thought I was going to answer with Lovren, but probably Matip, because I feel he's earned a spot from his recent performances when he's come in. So, yeah, I'd probably give Matip the start, if I'm being honest, but I'd love to know your thoughts. Steve said, interesting fact, City have 3 more points than United had this time last season. Have you ever been in Clare? No, actually I haven't, Cubics. It's one of the few counties I've never been in. We say ball bag down in Cork. It's ball bag though, Pat, that was the difference. It was BAW, but yeah, I've been to Cork, the Field of Munster. I've been there on many, many occasions. Got to Foda actually most summers with the kids. Craig, can you do a bit of a Scouse voice? No, I can't. Honestly, if I thought I could get away with something, I'd do it, but my accents are fucking terrible. Beyond terrible. I would just end up offending people if I tried to do their accent. Keita will score tomorrow, said Mudasir. I hope so, my friend. I really do. I'd love him to score. Who do you think will score, mate? Mane and... I gotta say Mo, don't I? I want Mo to score because I want him to win the Golden Boot again. So yeah, let's go with Mo. Who have you got getting top 4 at the end of the season at this moment? Asks Luke Jackson. Obviously the top 2, I think, you know, they're pretty much guaranteed. I think Spurs could be in a little bit of trouble. I think United are going to do it, you know. I have a feeling they're going to do it. So I think United will get it, and I think Chelsea might just do it. I never thought I would have said Spurs might drop out, but I think Spurs and Arsenal might just miss out. But of course, this is complete guesswork, and anything is possible. But United have given themselves a great shot, and I did. You asked me 3-4 weeks ago, I wouldn't have given them a hope. But it's a real tight race for those spaces. And who does everybody else think, by the way, is going to get those spots? Luke, thank you for the question, mate, and I'd love to know your thoughts. Craig, what kind of music are you into? Different question. Everything. Hip hop, rap, dance, country. I'm pretty much open-minded when it comes to music. Where have we got? Some more questions or comments. again, guys, look, tonight has been a particularly busy night on the channel, so if I've missed comments, please don't take it as me ignoring you or anything like that, because I tried to get through as many as I can, and I understand that people feel a little bit disappointed if I don't read them out. I try my best, and I don't have any favourites. I just grab the ones that get my attention, so I do apologise if I've missed anyone's comments. I've done that one, done that one, done that one. I turned the game off after 30 seconds and WhatsApp went crazy near the end. Yeah, I think you weren't the only one, Skipper Dog. We spoke about it a little bit earlier. I think a lot of people gave up after 30 seconds. Who's your favourite comedian? I mean, Kirby, I could do an entire show on that. I will give you a list of 5 if that's okay, and then I'll get back to Liverpool, I promise. So, favourite comedians are Kevin Bridges. Absolutely adore him. Jim Jeffries. I treat this very seriously, by the way. So Kevin Bridges, Jim Jeffries, Reginald D. Hunter. I really, really like him. I know people aren't going to like this because of what happened, but Louis C.K. I think is a marvellous stand-up comic. And the last one, I'm torn. I'm torn between Mickey Flanagan and Chris Rock. I would have said Chris Rock in a heartbeat, but I feel like he's faded away over the past 5 or 6 years. So maybe Mickey Flanagan. But oh god, I could give you 50 comedians. I like comedy so much. Sean Luke Doherty O'Brien's from Roscommon. Another place I've never been. I'm embarrassed to say, mate. Hopefully we can win the league with at least 2 games to spare, said Maverick. I mean, I can't wait to be in Liverpool for the last day of the season. I know I haven't got tickets to the game, but fuck it, I'm going to be in the city, and we are going to do something that night, guys. If you're in the channel here, if you're a regular viewer, as you know, myself and Connor are going to be in Liverpool for the last night of the season, so we want to meet up with you all, but we've got to do something special. We've got to do a little bit of a show somewhere. What are we oh my goodness, we're only 29 subs away, guys, from hitting that 7,600 mark. So if you can help us out, if you're watching, that would be amazing if you could hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the stream. Right, some more. We've got about 20 minutes left on tonight's stream. You do a great Irish accent. Thank you. I've been practicing at this one for 37 years. It's the only one I can kind of get right. Craig, can you do an Irish voice? Do you know what? I probably don't even have the most Irish accent in the world either. Because of the Asperger's or slash autism, I probably have a very kind of accent. It's probably not very anything. Spurs have way too many injuries. Yeah, it really is coming back to haunt them now. I'm from Dublin but live in Leitrim, said Michael Gaming. What do you mind me asking, mate? Honestly, what got you to Leitrim? That's caught my attention there now. What on earth got you to Leitrim? 203 likes, Jesus, that's crazy. Thank you to everyone that's dropped a like on the stream, you absolute legends. Tickets for the last game are at $7,000, which is disgraceful, isn't it? That is absolutely disgraceful. Whoever pays that deserves a slap across the head. Man United's wheels will fall off soon, guaranteed, said Delcroft. I'd sub twice if I could, said Steve. And you know what, mate? I know you would as well, you absolute legend. Fuck you, Connor. Connor's saying if we hit 7,580, I'll leak Craig with hair pics. I knew I shouldn't have sent him those pictures. And he means hair on top of my head, by the way. They're not dick pics or anything, I promise. I'm from Coolock, said PG. When I think of Coolock, I think of the fucking Cadbury's factory. That's all I think of, PG, when I think of Coolock. And it makes me hungry. What's your thoughts on having Keita ahead of Shaqiri in starting lineup? He's there in mine, Luke. I mean, maybe that's what you're talking about. I just feel that Shaqiri is better coming off the bench. And I want Keita to play because I want him to play his way into form. Leitrim is great for the fishing. There you go. I'm not a fisher, but I'll take your word for it. Glapots, or is it Glapots? If I've mispronounced the way that's supposed to be said, I'm sorry. Asperger's here too, which is brilliant. Well, no, look, I don't mean it's brilliant, but it's always nice to know there's another Aspie watching. So welcome, mate, and thank you for your honesty. Fan pass £1,200. Online tickets £900 for Liverpool tickets maybe more. It's fucking disgusting, isn't it? It's absolutely disgusting. We'll win the league before the last game, said Pedro. Probably, but the celebration will be mighty. The crack will be mighty, Pedro, for the last game of the season. Pep's having a nightmare, said Paul. Yeah, he is. And Klopp is that nightmare, Paul. What a time. What a time to be alive. Granny lives in Sligo and Dublin house got broken into. I get you now, mate. I'm sorry to hear that, Michael, by the way. I hope things are going well for you now, where you're living. Craig Carrius is doing quality at Besiktas. And Jordan, honestly, hand on heart, mate, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, I was a goalkeeper myself, and what happened to him in the Champions League final, I felt for him. As much as I was pissed off and angry, like every Liverpool fan, he must have wanted the ground to open up and swallow him. So I'm delighted that he's gone over there to Besiktas and he started to rebuild his career, and I wish him nothing but the best. Opinions on the Bayern game. It's going to be very difficult, Cammy. Bayern are, very, very good team. I think we'll get through because I think we're a little bit fresher, a little bit younger, a little bit more talented than Bayern are. They're very, very experienced, quality side. The second leg of the Allianz is going to be very difficult. But I don't know. Maybe it's hope more than anything else. I think it's going to be a tight affair, but I hope that we'll get through over 2 legs. From Liverpool, live in Finglas, said Paul. I do like Finglas. One of the DJs that I used to work with lived out there, and I spent many a night partying out in Finglas. When I think of Northern Ireland, I think of Jim McDonald from Corrie. I don't think you're the only one, Pooch Mount. I honestly don't think you're the only one that probably thinks that. What about you, lad? What about you, lad? And then my Dundalk one is I am, so I am. Again, non-Irish people probably haven't got a clue what I'm doing there. Sean Luke has autism as well. Again, I'm saying brilliant, mate, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to show love, put it that way. As I said, anyone who knows me or watches the show regularly knows that my little son Lucas has autism as well, and he is just a dude, my little kid. Honestly, he's just a big ball of madness in a lovable way. Carrie, as Asperger's as well. I mean, there's loads of us, Carrie. Brilliant. Loads of Aspies on the stream. Craig, prior to the final game against Madrid last season, I asked you which you would have taken: beat Madrid and come second in the league this season, or lose to Madrid and win the league this season. Honestly, Neil, I can't remember that, pal. You must have, because you remember it, but I can't remember it. What did I answer, more importantly? Come on, United, said Active Dan. Mate, obviously you're a United fan. Let me know your thoughts. I mean, great for you to drop in and, big up your team and all, but I'd like to know your thoughts, Dan, on how you're feeling about United at the minute. Was it a point won tonight? 2 points dropped? Rafa had Mourinho in his back pocket while LFC Klopp has Pep in his head. Yeah, he does. Fuck him. You're a keeper. You look like Fabian Barthez. I'll take it. Pepe Reina I would have preferred, Joshua, but I'll take Barthez. How long would the stream be if we win the league? I don't know, Kirby. I don't know. It depends where I am. If I'm in Liverpool, it's going to be strange because I don't know what we're going to do yet. If there's anybody from Liverpool that can give us any suggestions, by the way, for this, I'm probably looking at a pub or something like that. I mean, I'm sure I'll be approached close to the time, but I'm a bit picky about where we do things. So if anyone has any suggestions, or you run a bar, you manage a bar, you work in a bar or anything like that, and you want to get us over for the last game of the season, get in contact. AnfieldAgenda@outlook.com, AnfieldAgenda@gmail.com, either one, and we'll have a chat and see what we can do, because we've got to do something. We're going to be over there. We've got to do something. And when I say show, or when I say do something live, guys, by the way, I'm not talking about charging. We're not that type of a channel. We don't give a fuck about money. We only care about meeting people and having experiences. And yes, the channel needs money to survive, but we're doing okay at the minute because people are kind, and we got monetized, which is brilliant. So, but we want to meet you motherfuckers. We want to go over and say hello, shake hands, and Connor has to buy everyone a drink as well, don't forget. He did promise earlier on, and that is now a written contract that cannot be taken back or revoked in any way. Do you think more kids will be going abroad to get chances and experiences, or will it just be a phase? Luke, it's a brilliant question, mate, and I think that they will. I think it might wake English clubs up as well. See that some of the talent that they're losing, I mean, there's the obvious ones that went out over the past year or two, and there's some more looking now. And even you look at people like Aaron Ramsey, who was a little bit later on in his career, but now he's taken the chance and he's gone over to Juventus. And it is good to see British players or Irish players or wherever you want to call them, but Premier League based players going over and trying their luck. And best of luck to all of them. But I think it's a good thing. The more experience they get, I think it'll benefit the English national team in the long run as well. But it might just give the Premier League clubs a bit of a wake up call that they do have some talent there and maybe give them a try. Brian said, in a roundabout kind of way, us winning the league would be great news for Karius. Everybody bar a few cunts would totally forget about and screwing up. Exactly. And I always want to put a positive spin on anything, Brian, so I'll definitely jump on that bus. Go Facebook Live. You'll never catch me on Facebook, Joshua. Never. I detest the site. Detest Facebook with the fire of 1,000 suns. Steve said, I'll be there, Craig. I have experience. Just started to join you now, said Des. Welcome, Des. Pleasure to have you with us, my friend. If City lose to Schalke in the Champions League, our season will literally be a fail unless we win the League Cup or the FA Cup, or even that wouldn't be good. Jack, you're clearly a Manchester City fan, my friend. You will win a couple of trophies this year, I think, buddy, in all honesty. You're too good not to. I've said that I don't think you'll win the Champions League, but that's because I feel you're a little bit naive in that competition, not because I don't think you're good enough. Manchester City clearly have a capable squad. But I think you will win something this year. I'm just hoping it's not the fucking Premier League. And I think you can understand why I'm hoping that. Paul said I booked my flight for the last game, €40 return. God knows how much they are. Wow, that is good. Because me and Connor booked ours, was it a month ago maybe, Paul? Maybe even a bit less. I think we ended up paying about 160 each return, something like that. It was around that. I can't remember the exact amount. But even at that, I mean, it's not too bad. And poor old Connor. I said, Connor, do you know what? You book the flights, pal, and I'll take care of the hotel. And because we're using, Anfield agenda money that was given to us or that we earned through the channel, I was a miserable bastard and I booked us into a hostel. So me and Connor are I won't say roughing it for the last game, but I'm making sure we respectfully spend any money that we get. Robertson is a peach of a signing, said Tom. One of the best. A Kevin Stewart swap. I mean, let's not forget that. A Kevin Stewart swap. Robertson got let go from St Mirren 4 years ago because he was too small. Do you remember there was a post, Jordan, I don't know if it was a Facebook post or a Twitter post, and he was talking about wanting a job and something about life being tough or shitty or something like that. And you look back at that post and then look to where he is now. Wow. And it just shows don't give up. He didn't give up, and lots of other kids haven't given up. And well done to them all. Like Jamie Vardy is another good example. I don't like Jamie Vardy particularly, but you cannot but respect what he's done with his career. Newcastle fan here. Hope Liverpool finish top, said Pirate Dog. Mate, firstly, we love you for what you did tonight, so thank you for that one. And obviously, we've spoken before of our fondness for Newcastle because of RAFA, because of your fan base, and I hope you guys stay up as well. But lots of love from us tonight, my friend. You guys did us a massive favour. And of course yourselves as well, because you need the points. And I hope your new signing hits the ground running as well. And Rafa gets more fucking money because he deserves it. Not for himself, I mean, to buy you players. Right, where else have we got? Loads of love for Pirate Dog as well, which of course you'd expect. Guys, 29 subs away, so if you're watching, please hit that subscribe button. Try and help us. We're trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the season. I think we'll get there. It's been fucking great. I didn't think we'd get. So we started off at the start of the season. We actually hoped for 5,000, but we got there so quickly, amazingly, that we said, "Fuck it, let's try and push our luck and see if we can get to 10,000 subs." So if you're watching and you can hit that subscribe button, you'd be doing us a massive favour. Richard Keys must be crying tonight. The hairy knuckled twat. I added in the last part myself. Voodoo Chili, or Voodoo. Is it Voodoo Chili or Voodoo Child? I'm not sure which one it is. But yeah, he must be the hairy knuckled, wife cheating, career ending gobshite that is Richard Keys. What signings do you think we should get this summer? Said Tom Barlow. So please do answer that one in the chat. I think a forward, obviously, Tom, a centre back, but I'd like us to move on a centre back as well, a full back, and if I'm being greedy, maybe a wide forward. What do you think of James Milner? I love James Milner. Sean Luke, I love him. He's been a fantastic piece of business for us to get on a free transfer. And if Leeds come up and he wants to go and finish his career with Leeds, then I think the club will say, best of luck, James, you go do your thing, mate. But he's been a very, very good piece of business. Your cameraman is fantastic. Not seen it wobble the whole time. It's a webcam, mate. It's a very damn good webcam, I have to say. If you guys know, we bought a Nikon 5300 DSLR, but I'm having issues trying to stream it up and get it syncing and stuff, so we've stopped using it. But if anybody ever wondered what we use equipment wise, I don't think I've ever told you. The webcam that I use is a Logitech Brio. It's about, I paid $200 for it when I was in the States, but it's a very, very good webcam. I've gone through quite a few of them, and I would recommend the Logitech Brio if you're looking for a webcam. The microphone that I use, I'll bring it up here into the stream so I can show you. It is a Rode NT USB microphone, and it's connected to a Rode boom arm. I mean, I didn't skimp on the microphone. I spent the money and got a good microphone. Rode, as you know, anyone who uses audio equipment will know Rode is really good quality. So I use a Rode NT USB microphone, a Rode boom arm as well, and I use a couple of ring lights, and I've got a load of equipment downstairs. I have a room half full of equipment for live stuff, for pre-recorded stuff, for when we travel. I use a MacBook Pro to stream on. I use OBS obviously for the images. I say Connor is the real truth here. I keep saying Connor does all the good work. But yeah, there you go. That's anything else you want to know, by the way. If you ever do want to know anything like that, just ask. As we're an open book, we'll always give you an answer. Should have put a picture of RAFA and the European Cup in the box. We were, Liam, the honest answer is that we'd already done out the images and we were ready to go when the match was unfolding, so we hadn't got time to change it. What counties you been to in Ireland? Everywhere except, where have I been to? I haven't been to, as I said earlier on, Clare. I haven't been to Roscommon. I haven't been to, have I been to Galway? I've been to most. I think there's about 4 or 5 out of the 32 I haven't been to. Excuse me, it's probably not a great time for me to go into it now with people watching. Loved Rafa's game against City. Absolute banter, said Bob. Liverpool has an English centre-back, Joe Gomez. We love Joe Gomez, Pedro. Absolutely love the guy. Cannot wait for him to come back. And I hope that he gets a good run without injuries now. Who should we sign in the summer? Timo Werner. Who else should we sign in the summer? Look, I'd love DeLit. I'd love like Lascelles. I'd love Jimenez. There's a few centre-backs I wouldn't mind us going and signing. As a wide forward, I honestly don't know. I could be unrealistic and give you names I don't think we're going to get, but I haven't done the research for the summer. Who else? And as a young fullback, we were linked to that kid from Bristol, so I wouldn't be surprised if we went and put a bid in for him. And then also we've been linked to that guy, Abdul Kadir Amor from Trabzonspor. There's that young guy, is it Tonelli, the guy from Brescia. We've been linked to him in the last couple of days as well, so let's wait and see how that all pans out. Have you been to Derry? I have, Paul. I have been to Derry. Is County Antrim a beautiful place or shy? Most of Northern Ireland, David, hand on heart, is beautiful. It's a beautiful place. I love going up to Northern Ireland. My wife and I go to Belfast every chance we get because we just love it up there. But most of Antrim, the coast of Antrim, is beautiful. Really, really nice. Right, what have we got? A couple of minutes to go, guys. Last few questions before we head off for the night. And as I said, if you're looking forward to tomorrow, you're wondering what we're going to be doing, watch along 7:30 tomorrow. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications. You'll get notified as soon as we go live. Of course, it's all free. Everything we do is free. It always will be. Hope you can join us for that watch along because it's going to be big. It's going to be a massive night for the Reds. 3 points tomorrow and 3 points somewhere where I can't bring myself to come out and really say it, but yeah, it's going to be tough for Manchester City if we win tomorrow. 7 point gap with the games they have coming up. A few whoop-whoops are coming out. Just subscribe to Tom Barlow. Thank you, pal. That's very much appreciated. Lanzini, yes, that's a great show, Tom. Lanzini is somebody we've been linked with strongly last summer, and if he hadn't picked up that injury, he probably would have pulled the trigger on him, so that's a good show. It'll be interesting to see how he comes back for West Ham and how he performs, but yes, great show. 1 point potentially to 7, said Tom. Big turnaround, isn't it? Who's top of the league, Dave? We are, motherfucker. We are, and that's where we're going to stay. And you know what? I couldn't think of a better way of ending the stream than that. What a question to end on. Guys, look, thank you so much to everyone that joined us tonight. If you're still celebrating, hopefully we can carry this on till tomorrow. Newcastle, we love you. We absolutely love you. Matt Ritchie, you little legend. RAFA, God bless you. To everyone that's joined us for the first time, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope we offended nobody. We never intend to. Love to all your families. Look after each other. And up the motherfucking Reds.